It is the year 2005. The treacherous Decepticons are attacking Metro City, planning to steal dark energy cubes. But the valiant Autobots, led by Optimus Prime, are here to save the city and rescue as many civilians as they can. Unbeknownst to both, a greater threat rises in the distance. Who will triumph? Or will both sides be destroyed?
We're playing a Transformers miniatures game, loosely based on a real game called BotWar, but I've amended it and adjusted everything to make it more Transformers-y. We're going back to 1985 here, guys.
Dun, 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 dun.
Perfect, you nailed it.
So good.
First time. So we've got Mark Humes.
Hello.
Playing the valiant Autobots.
I will be playing Optimus Prime.
Who else have you got on your team?
I also have Ratchet the ambulance, whose voice I don't remember. I have Sideswipe the Ferrari, whose voice I don't remember. Jazz the Porsche, whose voice I remember but I'm not going to do. And then Bumblebee. Oh, great way to go, Prime! And he sounds like that now. So I got the classic squad. This is like the classic squad.
And of course we've got Alex, who's
Hey,
playing
how
the
you doing, guys?
evil Decepticons. You've got, of course, their leader.
Yeah, Megatron. He's like a massive grey robot that turns into a gun. Starscream.
Mighty Megatron, Starscream is here!
Everyone's favourite weasel.
And he's a robot, but also a fighter jet. And they've all got evilly, weaselly voices.
Or monotone robo voices.
They sound like Speak and Spell.
Oh yeah, so that is
Don't ruin Soundwave.
that's Soundwave.
Your favourite.
He is my favourite, and he's not a speak and spell.
I am Speak and Spell.
I've painstakingly converted and painted up classic 80s Transformers. You probably know them from the Michael Bay movies. These ones are the same, but way cooler.
Yeah.
In this scenario, there's 5 piles of Energon cubes, and there's 5 groups of beleaguered civilians. Alex, you're the evil Decepticons. Your job is to gather the Energon cubes. Mark, you're here to save the city and all the innocent people.
Me, good guy.
You're a good guy, so you only get points for saving the civilians.
People.
But you can also block each other from saving your own things. Right, so it's the start of turn 1. Now, each Transformer's got a strategy rating that determines when they act. The faster, nippier ones go first, the bigger, slower ones go last. Mark, you're up first with Ratchet. He's first off the block, the Doctor Ambulance Man.
Ratchet! Well, I feel like before anything, it's not his turn, but there's a very important line that needs to be said. So I had Optimus Prime declared, not that this was an ability, this is just something I wanted to do.
You can't start a battle without
I
saying.
can't start a battle without Optimus Prime saying, Autobots, transform and roll out.
He said the thing!
He said the thing! And I literally had my guys all just move forward, transform from car into robot, and try and just get myself move forward so I can act again next. It was kind of very much a setup. So I had Ratchet move up into place, ready for next turn, and then pretty much most of my guys were going to do the same thing. Move up, grab objectives, do all that kind of stuff.
You're all robots.
I think these robots are in disguise, Alex.
Wow. That'd be a cool name for a show.
Alex. Up next, Starscream. He's the fastest on your team. He's real quick.
I started with all of my Decepticons in robot form.
Ready to fight.
I could be a fighter jet. Way cooler than being a robot. Turns out. Zoomed straight up the battlefield.
Yeah,
in
just start
plane
blasting.
mode. Started blasting away at Bumblebee. He did some swerving.
Yeah, Bumblebee's real little. He's a little hard to hit.
Yeah.
But you're right up to the halfway mark now. Starscream deep into the board, ready to put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Next up I had Soundwave. He's going to get up, move into the objective. That was the big plan. Hold on to the Energon cubes. He's a big, dumb, clumsy robot.
Yeah.
He tries to climb up.
The building takes 3 points of damage. So it's like half dead.
Ejected Rumble out of his chest and fired Rumble even further forward to go and threaten the civilians in the middle of the field.
Yeah, up here. So Sideswipe, he's got a special ability. He's got a jetpack. So what were you thinking with that? What did you want to...
Well, I knew that because we had Energon here, which I could potentially contest, but I also saw that there were these civilians up here that were going to be really hard for me to get otherwise. So I moved Sideswipe up thinking that not only could I get this objective, he would then have a really good sniper's position.
you
He's
can see
actually
the whole
really good with his
battlefield.
ranged weapon. So I wanted to have him up here, whereas like Bumblebee and Jazz were going to grab the objectives early. And then I've got like Optimus in the middle as my leader. He gives everyone a free reroll, so I wanted him within range of everybody as much as possible.
Then the third part of my dastardly plan, it's a 3-part plan, easy to remember. Deceive, decept,
Destroy.
and destroy.
Nice, nice.
The 3Ds was to move Megatron straight up the middle and
Just blast away.
just start blasting away at stuff.
Hey, it is!
Ooh, you take 2 damage. Well, that's the end of the turn. Well, that's the end of your guys' turn.
Wait, what?
But you hear boom, boom, boom.
Did you want to play too, Ben?
Oh no, it's the return of the laminated sheet.
Devastator's here.
Devastator!
He's got the rage virus.
Oh,
He's gone
rage
crazy.
virus.
He's smashing his way through the city, and he's got like a very primitive AI. I don't really get to play with him.
Okay.
If you leave him alone, he's just going to go for the nearest objective and smash it to bits. Twice a turn. If you do attack him, whether you hurt him or not, you roll a dice. On a 1, 2, or a 3, he's going to just beeline for you. Instead of attacking the objective, he's going to go for the guy who shot him. But on a 4, 5, or a 6, he's going to go rage mode and just attack the nearest transformer, whoever that is. So you guys can use that to like bait him and try to make him attack the other player if you're smart about it.
He's made out of 5 Transformers, and we've only got 3 or 4 per side, so he's a meanie.
Right, so top of turn 2.
Yep.
What's your plan?
So we got Ratchet up first. Ratchet drives up close to Bumblebee, to B, who's been hurt, and then I'm going to spend his last energon to use Repair. Heal all the damage off Bumblebee. Bumblebee's absolutely fine once again, great stuff. Easy move from Ratchet. And then I think Starscream went next after that.
Bumblebee sucks, right? Bumblebee sucks. He needed killing. So Starscream jetted over his head and starts firing missiles into the rear of Bumblebee.
Oh, only 2 shields. That's going to be 3 damage to Bumblebee. He could die in one more shot.
Yeah.
One more good shot will take him down.
And Starscream also does the thing where when he attacks, he actually steals one of my energon cubes. So the energon the energy I had assigned to Bumblebee gets taken away immediately.
Yeah, reducing his
Yeah,
actions.
Bumblebee does go next. He does have an ability where he gets to make a free sort of move or attack once per turn. I try and take some pot shots at Starscream, but it's like 2 dice.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's not much. He doesn't do anything. Poor little Bumblebee.
Next up, it's Soundwave and his awesome cassettes. I fire out Rumble from last turn. He runs towards the thing and tries to smash down the big building in the middle.
Yeah.
He's got like awesome drill arms. If I can take down the building, I can take down the civilians in the building. I can also take down the transformer that's on top of the building. This is a hell of a play, and it's literally built for causing earthquakes. It's kind of the best.
You've murdered people!
What were they doing? Decepticons!
You've murdered people, tiny boy!
Sideswipe takes some damage, falling down in the rubble.
Yep, falls down in the rubble. With Devastator right there as well.
And then my second cassette gets ejected. Frenzy. Frenzy's got a gun. And that's about it for the moment.
You're just shooting my guy on the ground. He's just falling out of a building.
Decepticon! Of course I'm going to shoot at your guy on the ground. What else are you going to shoot at?
Oh, when it's hard to hit someone who's falling through a destroying
Yeah.
building, you know, that's a tricky shot.
Soundwave himself also hates Bumblebee, sticking to the plan, and freams like a massive full distance shot across the length of the board.
Ooh, he is a shit hot sniper.
He's alive with 1 health left.
Yeah, it's close.
Very close, yeah. Poor Sideswipe, who's fallen through this collapsed building, is alive. He's taken a bit of damage, but he's up, and he's a really good range shooter. But I've got Devastator right here. He's
breathing down your throat.
He's going to move on to this objective that's closest to me. Then he's going to be close to all of my other guys. So I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Sideswipe closer into the middle and then take a shot at Devastator. If I can get him to go after the nearest bot, that's going to be Rumble, and he'll start moving towards the Decepticons.
Once he hits Rumble, he'll start heading over more in that
Exactly.
direction. So yeah, rage him out to drive him crazy. He deflects all of it.
It just bounces off.
Bounces off of him, but you get to see the behavior. So 1, 2, 3 is going to go for you. 4, 5, 6 is going to go for Rumble.
We'll go for the tiny boy. No. He's coming for me. Devastator locks onto Sideswipe and just I-beam Sideswipe, wipes him out completely.
Smashes through the middle of the board and screams him.
And that's it. That's Sideswipe done for the rest of the game.
You couldn't have, scripted a better entrance for Devastator.
No.
He just turns up and Stone Cold kills the first guy that looks at him.
Yeah. So then I had Jazz go, and because we've got Devastator moving in, I had Jazz just move up a little bit, and he has an ability where he can use a grappling hook to actually bring objectives closer to him. So I just try and shuffle the civilians closer and further away from Devastator and keep Jazz sort of in the back lines, ready to maybe spring out and help out with some stuff later on. And then Prime, our Optimus Prime goes, he moves into the center, and of course the one thing he's going to do, I don't want Bumblebee. Bumblebee's on 1 health.
Yeah.
And Alex still has Megatron to go, who's a big baddie. I'm going to taunt Megatron. Your fight is with me, Megatron.
Leave Bumblebee alone.
Yeah. Which forces Megatron to have to attack Optimus.
I was feeling baited. And there was nothing I could do about it. I literally have to attack him. So I figured I might as well make it the best attack I could. I think I closed a bit of distance.
Yeah. You dodged. You walked around the wood so you'd have a clear shot. You used your extra energy to power the shot up even more.
I said, if you're gonna taunt me, then
Gonna hit you as hard as I can.
As hard as I can. What else do I do? I wasn't gonna run away.
Oh, Prime! 9 Megatron damage incoming.
9 Megatron damage. No, it's not enough.
Prime takes 4 damage from Megatron's blast. He's only got 12.
He's got 12, so 8 left.
And then at the end of the turn, Devastator goes again. So he goes for the nearest objective, which is these Energon cubes over here.
Yep.
Just smashes that building to bits. And that's the end of the turn.
Yeah.
So the Autobots pull ahead slightly on objectives, but the Decepticons have taken no damage at all. And the Autobots, although they're in the lead, they've lost a robot already, and Prime and Bumblebee are wounded. Okay, so start of turn 3. What's the plan? What are you thinking?
Turn 3, well, Bumblebee needs healing, so Ratchet tries to heal him.
You're taking a real beating, B.
Even I can't fix this.
But I loaded Ratchet up with energy this turn because, and I needed to check that this would be okay because I had to ask Ben, can I melee a plane?
The rules that I've based this game on say no.
Right.
But
But
the amount of times it happens in the show where the plane's flying real low and the robots just grab them and punch them and stuff, I'm gonna say it's totally in keeping.
Here we go, Starscream.
Oh my god, Starscream!
I might finally put some hurt back on.
That's 9 damage.
Oh!
That's exactly lethal.
But Starscream, the little coward.
He's got a once per game ability. When he dies, he doesn't really die, he runs away back to the deployment zone and has 1 health remaining.
Otherwise, he would have done basically nothing in that game. Shooting a couple of things up.
Yeah.
So he redeploys, marches up the table a little bit, and starts shooting back at Bumblebee again.
Just rinse and repeat.
Just die! For the 3rd time this game.
Yeah.
Blasts away. 3
Three or
shields.
3.
Oh!
He's alive!
Why won't you just die?
Well, that brings us up to Soundwave and the cassettes.
Rumble, I didn't realise quite how good he is at drilling stuff. And who doesn't like a good old-fashioned David and Goliath battle?
One for the
Robot
ages.
versus the biggest guy on the battlefield. If he can do that to a building, he can do it to a robot.
Devastator's made up of 5 separate robots. If one of them dies, he disassembles down into the remaining 4. And because they're all in range, each one of them will take an extra damage.
Oh, he actually takes 4 damage!
4 damage! What the hell?
He should be the leader of the Decepticons.
Rumble should be in charge.
And he's nearly dead. He's only got 1 health left on his left arm.
As soon as that arm goes, he'll break down into the smaller bots. So much easier to deal with.
So then Frenzy, the small bot, the second cassette, he decides to have a bit of a play for him as well.
Hey, well, you can taste blood now. Oh, no, 5 armor.
Smallest robot against biggest robot doesn't always work.
You can taste blood now. You know it could just take 1 more lucky shot to take him down. So Soundwave joins in too. Oh, that's not good. No. Whiffs it as well, though, which makes it Devastator's turn. He's real mad about the little drilly boy trying to take his arm off. Oh, puny insect. He's going to step on Rumble.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
Okay,
Tiny boy.
12 damage.
I don't think I want to roll that.
Smushes
Poor boy.
But that did keep Devastator busy for a whole turn.
I was pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. So no sideswipe, RIP. So go straight to Jazz. Jazz just, again, playing the objectives. He moves a bit away. He uses the grapple hook, yanks the civilians a good sort of 4 inches away. Just gets in cover and just keeps them protected as best as he can. But then Prime. I'd loaded up Prime with energy. I had a cool move in mind. Megatron. You've got the touch starts playing. You know, you got the touch. Like points at Megatron. He starts running and then he jumps in the air. He turns into a truck midair. Truck.
What? I'm going to turn into a truck now.
And rams Megatron, which is a special thing that I can do in car form. So he just whops Megatron for like 7 damage after the saving throw is made.
Rammed right in the knees.
Yeah.
By a truck. Oh, kind of sucks.
And then Optimus taunts Megatron one more time to just keep that duel going between the two, and then that's it. That's it for me.
I don't think you needed to taunt me at that stage. I think the retaliation was
guaranteed.
was guaranteed.
You can't just get hit by a truck and not smack it with your mace.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I need at least 1 shield to survive. Oh, okay, halved it.
Okay.
Halved it. Take another 4.
Not only is it the duel of the leaders, but there's both civilians and Energon in the middle. So the winner of that duel will get both objectives.
And Devastator is on the way as well.
Ticking clock.
So yeah, after the big old smash with the Mega Mace, he does the most heroic maneuver he can.
I'm going to turn into a gun.
For the smaller robot next
For
to
the
the
small
pick
robot
up.
to carry.
That's mainly a way of making his friend get extra firepower. But I feel like you did it so that you couldn't be attacked next turn.
Kind of works like a force field, right?
I'm a gun, you can't... What are you going to do, beat up a gun? I don't think so.
So you've turned into a gun. The little cassette guy, Frenzy, he catches Megatron in his hand. And now not only is Frenzy going to get a big blast, but if you want to hurt Megatron, you've got to kill Frenzy first. And then at the end of the turn, Devastator stomps forward because Jazz has towed those civilians away.
Yeah.
Closest one's to him in the middle of the board now.
Yep.
So it plows towards the middle of the board.
Hey, I forgot to mention this in the full video, so I'm recording it secretly now in my office. To thank the channel members for making my childhood dreams come true of a Transformers miniatures game, we filmed a whole bunch of extra content for you. There's a post-game chat with Mark and Alex where we talk about the game. There's the usual extended members cut of the game, plus a bonus second full game where I play against Alex. And lastly, my favourite, is a Transformers tier list where Alex and I spend 2 hours trying to guess which Transformers are best and which 80s knockoff robots are not real Transformers. Thank you so much for supporting us, and we'll get back to the game.
Right, so it's top of turn 4. All the Autobots are pretty wounded now.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
So Ratchet jumps down after his people's elbow, he moves up, he manages to heal 1 damage off Bumblebee. Maybe it's going to be enough to save him eventually. And then I have just enough energy to take a shot at Starscream, but he whiffs and just he's on one. Starscream's on 1, but I just can't get the damage through.
Yeah. So that means the Starscreams go.
Yes. This is what I've been waiting for. This was the turn where I was going to make a difference.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of objectives on the board. I wasn't sure quite what to go for. Oh no, kill Bumblebee.
Starscream takes that long-range shot. It's like his 5th go at trying to kill Bumblebee.
Exactly. We've been pouring firepower into that stupid little dude.
Nailed it!
While
Stay with me,
Ratchet's
Bee.
patching him up,
Stay with me!
he's literally welding him back together when the plane flies in and
Just tears his guts, all like the pistons fall out, the oil.
I want to see my family again, Ratchet. You're gonna see him, B. Close your eyes.
You can make it!
Close your eyes.
And the Bumblebee movie was never made.
I didn't get any victory points for that, obviously.
No,
Just a little personal victory.
Well, it stopped Mark from getting victory points because Bumblebee had been evacuating
Churning
civilians
away.
every turn, and that's the end of that now.
Yeah.
So it was tactical.
Promise.
It's time for me to activate Frenzy, who's holding Megatron. So he kind of shoots like Megatron, but out of turn sequence.
Yeah, it's like an early Megatron shot.
Yeah. Point me over that way!
So would you just look for the biggest thing on the board to shoot with the biggest gun?
thing, exactly.
Devastator rolls real good saves, but Megatron's super shot is really strong. Yeah. And you do more than enough damage to kill the robot on his left arm, Scavenger, and damage some of the others. He falls to pieces.
Oh, my
Beautiful Voltron mode.
The 4 remaining Constructicons are left confused on the floor.
And got an awesome victory point, which Megatron loves.
Yeah.
He loves us getting victory points.
Yeah.
Prime is he's limping at this stage.
Yeah, Prime's only
very
got
weak.
4 hits left.
Yep.
2 of those guys are aggroed on Prime. Maybe I just helped the process along a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm going to kill Prime.
So Soundwave goes for a little bit of a cheeky free whilst he's still guarding his Energon cubes.
Yes.
Oh, he's got the touch. He's got the power. No hits today.
Yeah.
Right, so now it's the Constructicon's turn. 2 of them have decided to attack the guy who shot them, and 2 of them are attacking the nearest guy, which is Prime.
Yes.
So Roller, with the big, spiky steamroller, runs up, thwaps Frenzy real hard, does 3 damage. He's only got 2 health left. Frenzy's nearly dead. The other 2 who are Guns, who just start blasting at Prime, but he's still ducking and diving.
He's Prime, baby. He's Optimus Prime. Can't touch him.
The other Constructicon that wants to shoot Frenzy can't get line of sight because there's so many bots and ruins around and Frenzy's so little. But what he can do is throw a nearby car. It's lethal, but it hits randomly. And so we have a dice off to see who catches that car. Yep. Whoever wants it the most gets it.
Oh! Eat car!
He can't devastate a Constructicon.
Crunch! So yeah, the Constructicon's not thinking straight, infected by the rage virus, lobs his car and smashes his host dude in the back of the head.
the back of the head, yeah. Jazz goes next. He literally runs around the corner, abandons the civilians, runs around the corner, takes a shot at a Constructicon because they're going to go onto the objectives next turn. Need to keep those civilians alive. They're able to take out the big one.
He only blocks 1, he takes 5 damage. Jazz just ices Scrapper.
Prime turns back into a robot, and then hits the other Constructicon, leaving just one of the Constructicons left.
That was really important because they were going to go for all the objectives next, and the nearest one was those civilians.
Yeah.
You managed to blast the only ones who were in range.
And then stay next to the civilians for a victory point as well. And then that was it for me. That was the Autobots all done at that point.
Just leaves Megatron.
Courageous Megatron.
Courageous Megatron.
He used his ablative wounds, sort of monkey shield guy.
Ducked out for a turn.
So he transforms back out of gun mode and takes a look straight at Optimus Prime and...
Not
today, Megatron.
He's pure of heart. Only 1 damage gets through.
I managed to block a good chunk of it. 1 down, but I've only got 3 left on Prime now.
Yeah,
so close.
One good shot.
Yeah, we'll take him out.
So then at the end of the turn, there's only 1 Constructicon left, and so he transforms into a bulldozer and plows straight into the nearest objective, which is Energon cubes.
Mate.
Not only has he destroyed your objective, next turn he's aiming for your civilians.
Civilians, yeah.
So it's ticking clock now. So it's turn 5. The victory point's still very tight, and those civilians are about to get bulldozed. What are you thinking?
Well, there was only one move I can make. Ratchet is my only Autobot that can go before the bulldozer. So I have him transform into ambulance mode. And what's stronger than a bulldozer? An ambulance. He is going to ramp. So this is going to be Ratchet.
God, that's a hell of a move.
In the back, it's in the back of the bulldozer, at least. It's in the back of the bulldozer.
With all the sirens on as well. Just fucking go for it.
Which does a ton of damage.
You roll real good on that one.
Real spike damage.
It's already damaged from the rumble earlier, so you smash that guy.
But then it was Starscream.
So yes, Starscream decided to, after that big old crash, he could then see through the forest to Optimus Prime.
That's true, a lot of those trees got knocked down.
Yeah.
Cleared line of sight.
Optimus, he's getting kind of weak now. He's only got a couple of
3 health left,
3 health left.
You could kill him in 1 shot if you get him good.
It's worth a go, right?
4. Prime takes 1 damage.
I'll take it. I'll take the 1.
He's got 3 health left.
3 health left.
Not quite a Hail Mary shot, but definitely a cowardly shot.
Yeah, you're shooting him in the back.
From across the other side of Central Park or whatever. I like the idea that he's just like,
I shall defeat Prime!
from a million miles away. Just through the woods, like,
He won't see me.
Starscream's such a prick.
Such a weasel. Such a weasel.
So I had a little bit of a plan here. I thought it was kind of cool. I was going to do some tag team robot wrestling.
Perfect.
What's even more 80s than like wrestling as well as Transformers?
It's a Royal Rumble!
Exactly. So I decided to take one little pot shot at Prime, see if I could knock something off with Frenzy.
Yeah, worth a shot, because if Frenzy gets through, it's a kill, because the Frenzy's like overcharge rule.
Yeah. Till all are one! Yay!
Oh, he tanks it!
That's a fucking hero roll.
Yeah.
Right there.
So many missed shots on Prime in the last couple of turns.
I didn't want to hang around to find out what Prime was going to do to Frenzy at that stage. And needed to start the tag team.
Yeah.
So I could sit on the Energon cubes with Frenzy, who's pretty low health, and send in a full health Soundwave.
Yeah. It's a great plan, because Soundwave's the only like fresh guy on the battlefield.
And he's a big guy, he can go toe-to-toe for a little bit with Prime.
Ooh! The weight of 2 giant robots climbing on top of this
Too
building.
much.
Well, hang on. I was on the building first when he was already in me.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah, but now it's not fine.
Transforming
Maybe
works
like-
in mysterious ways.
And pulled out the corner of the building.
Oh god,
just
that causes like a chain reaction, the whole roof caves in.
Destroyed the Energon cubes.
They takes it like Soundwave takes a damage.
Yeah.
It's just
Damage.
Oh, it's an absolute disaster.
You dumbass.
You stupid little boy.
Soundwave cannot believe quite how awful Frenzy has been. And just turns his back on it, walks away and said, fuck this.
I cannot deal with you right now.
Cannot work with these idiots.
You stupid cassette
You are the worst. You've been disowned. Like,
You're no tape of mine.
I'm switching to mini discs. Fuck this. Tapes are terrible.
Yeah, so he just marches up to try and engage Prime.
Yeah, gets into short range,
Yeah,
closes
yeah.
the distance, has a frame into Prime's chest.
Yeah, and damages him again.
Yeah, just chipping away.
Chips
like
away
one more
another damage. You got 2
He's on
health left
two
on
health
Prime.
left.
But I'm getting sick of it. Why won't you die?
So, a couple of things here. Prime is on his way out. Like, I need to take out some of these Decepticons, or if we go into another turn, Prime's gonna go down, and I really only have Ratchet and Jazz. But Jazz can see Starscream, cowardly Starscream, on the other side of the park, taking sniper shots at Prime. That's Prime's fight! And he takes his blaster, and I get a nice long-range shot.
4 shields. That's what we're after.
4 shields.
Oh, only one!
Absolutely
I'm sorry,
obliterated.
Starscream sat there scoffing Energon cubes. Jazz just ices him.
That's Prime's fight. And then Jazz just jumps back, lands back on his civilians as well. Hey kids, who wants to ride in a Porsche?
Stay in school.
Stay in school, don't do drugs.
Just get into weird cars with robot dudes.
Yeah. And then it all comes down to this. It's the big Hollywood final moment. One shall stand, one shall fall. Prime walks up and just big clobbering fist into Megatron.
You've saved your dice for this as well.
Holy fuck.
12 damage! Holy moly!
Who are without mercy, now plead for it.
Please, Prime, I beg of you, no!
I thought you were made of stern stuff, Megatron. Prime. Time to face. I thought we could be friends.
Bit late for that.
Yeah.
Destroyed my home planet. That was a dick move.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Come
fuck
to
this
Earth, you
place
follow
up.
me to Earth to try and destroy this one.
That time you hit me with a mace 5 minutes ago.
You turned into a smaller gun and had your other little tiny robot shoot you at me.
You've been a bit of a dick today.
Super disappointing that out
Sadly-
of the 2 big leaders fighting each other, it was mine that died.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, it sounds perfect for a Saturday morning cartoon, you know. The bad guy's always got to go down.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna bug out and
Yep.
I think Soundwave can like pick up Megatron and then like fly away.
yeah, and get Frenzy back into his chest.
Yep.
Zip out of there.
Runs off. And obviously Optimus, they're not going to pursue the back. They're like concerned with the civilians
Exactly.
and everything else.
You got the civilians here and here. You'd be able to get to all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance and objectives. I'm already losing.
Why make it worse?
I'll get you next time, Prime!
Yeah. As he's been carried like a princess away.
You'll live to regret this! Give me back next week.
But great game.
Thank you guys. Thanks for playing. It was really fun.
Thanks for making it, Ben. Thank you for making all the terrain and customizing the minis and coming up with the rules. It was
More
great
than
fun.
welcome. It was a lot of fun.
Childhood dreams.
Most importantly, thank you to the members. We can't make this without the members' support. Honestly, it takes so much time and effort. YouTube alone does not cut it. So thank you for making this possible. And so as a special thank you to the members, you can watch the full length, the entire battle report for several hours of all the extra rules and details and stupid jokes about 80s toy franchises. It's available now.
Yep.
If you become a member today, you can watch the whole thing.
The whole lot.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.